Hello everyone, welcome to Windows OS Hub. Group Policy Software Installation natively supports software deployment in Windows Installer Package MSI format. Many legacy and third-party applications are distributed only as EXE installers and are not available as MSI installers. If you only have an EXE installer and no MSI, you can still publish it using classic Active Directory group policies by using zero administration package configuration files as a workaround through. In this video, we will show how to publish EXE installers to domain users using zero administration package in GPO. Open the Group Policy Management console and create a new group policy object for software deployment. Edit the policy and navigate to User Configuration, then Software Settings, and then Software Installation. Create a new package. By default, Group Policy prompts you to specify the path to a Windows Installer C package that you want to deploy. However, notice that another package format is also available, the Zovdown Level Application Package. ZAP files are a legacy method for publishing applications with EXE-based installers to users. Let's see how to create a ZAP file to deploy Obsidian from an EXE installer. A zero administration package file is a plain text configuration file with a format similar to a standard INI file. Create a new text file with the ZAP extension in the same shared folder that contains the application's EXE installer. Copy the sample ZAP configuration from the video description or from our website. In the Applications section, specify the friendly name, which is the name users will see when the application is published. In the Setup command parameter, specify the UNC path to the application's EXE installer, along with any required installation switches. In this example, the installer is stored in a shared folder on the domain controller. Make sure all domain users have read access to this shared folder. We've added the S switch so the application installs silently without requiring user interaction. The remaining optional parameters allow you to specify the application's version and publisher. Save the ZAP file. You can now add it to the software installation policy. As you can see, zero administration packages can only be published to users. Unlike Windows installer packages, they cannot be assigned and installed automatically during computer startup. Open the package properties, switch to the Deployment tab, click Advanced, and enable the option that allows 32-bit applications to be installed on 64-bit versions of Windows. Finally, link the configured GPO to the organizational unit that contains the target user accounts. Now let's see how a published ZAP package is installed on a client computer. First, update the group policy settings on the client so it receives the new policy from the domain controller. Next, open the classic control panel and navigate to Programs and Features. The application published through Group Policy should appear in the list of available network programs using the friendly noun specified in the ZAP file. The user simply selects the application and clicks Install. The EXE installer launches using the silent installation switches specified in the Setup command parameter and completes the installation. It's important to understand the primary limitation of ZAP-based software deployment. ZAP packages do not support elevated administrative privileges. The installer always runs under the security context of the logged-on user. For this reason, ZAP is considered a legacy deployment method and is generally suitable only for lightweight, portable, or user-level applications that don't require administrator rights. In this example, the application installs into the user's profile and doesn't require administrative privileges. The installation completes successfully, and the application appears in the list of installed programs. In this video, we've demonstrated how to deploy an application package as an EXE installer by using a ZAP file with group policy software installation. Like the video and subscribe for more sysadmin tips from Windows OS Hub.